Legends echo through the ages. Stories of heroes and villains, gods and demons, etched in stone and whispered in the winds. We know the epic tale of Ramayana, the righteous Rama, the brave Hanuman, and the demon king Ravana, the 10-headed ruler of Lanka. But what if the Ramayana we know is incomplete? What if a vital piece of Ravana's essence was severed, lost to time until now? There is a whisper, a forgotten thread in the tapestry of the Ramayana, a fragment of Ravana's being that was separated before his final battle with Rama. They called it the Eighth Head. According to obscure, often contradictory texts, during his intense tapasya penance, to gain power from Shiva, Ravana, in his arrogance, attempted to sever one of his heads, offering it as a sacrifice to Shiva. However, this head was not truly offered. Instead, the legend says it was stopped mid-severance. It existed not as the head that was offered in penance, but something else entirely. This was the eighth head, a detached fragment of Ravana's soul, imbued with his darkest desires, his thirst for power, and a burning, unquenchable thirst for vengeance. This fragment was hidden away, supposedly by Ravana himself, as a contingency. His last, desperate plan. The purpose was this: should Ravana fall, the eighth head would awaken, gather the latent power left in Lanka, and unleash chaos upon the world, ensuring that Ravana's enemies would never truly be victorious. To this day, stories are told that the eighth head contains all that Ravana wished was true. His true raw power. Centuries passed. The legend faded into obscurity, dismissed as folklore. Until recently. Over the past decade, a series of bizarre events have plagued Sri Lanka and surrounding region. The key to understanding these events might lie within a single artifact: the wooden mask currently held in a private collection. This mask, unlike depictions of Ravana with 10 heads, represents a single, distorted face, filled with malice and barely contained rage. The carving is crude, but the intent is clear. The mask is more than just a carving. It seems to resonate with a strange energy. When we brought it to our research facility, our instruments went haywire. It's as if it's a conduit, a doorway to something else. The mask appears to be the physical manifestation of the eighth head, a focal point for the severed fragment of Ravana's soul. But what is its purpose? And what does it seek to unleash? As the mask's presence grows, so does the activity in the shadows. Whispers circulate of a secret cult, worshippers of Ravana who seek to restore his power and fulfill the eighth head's dark purpose. They believe the key lies in activating ancient sites, places of power where Ravana once ruled. The eighth head will use these sites as amplifiers. These cultists are not driven by religious zealotry alone. They are fueled by the raw, unbridled power emanating from the eighth head, a power that promises dominance and vengeance. The first strike is subtle but devastating. A series of tremors rocked the region, followed by a minor volcanic eruption on a previously dormant island. These are not random events. They are calculated attacks, orchestrated by the cult and fueled by the eighth head's growing influence. This is just the beginning. The energy readings are spiking. If they succeed in fully awakening the eighth head, the consequences will be catastrophic. The tremors continue. The weather grows more erratic. The air is thick with a sense of foreboding. Lanka is facing a catastrophe that has been waiting centuries to strike. The cultists, driven by the mask's dark influence, breach an ancient temple, revealing a hidden chamber. Within, they find the true nexus of the eighth head's power. The mask levitates, pulsating with an unearthly energy. The eighth head is awakening. Its malice is spreading. The veil between worlds thins. The barriers that have kept the eighth head contained for centuries begin to crumble. The raw power of Ravana, unfiltered and unrestrained, is about to be unleashed upon the world. Can the awakening of the eighth head be stopped? Is there a way to contain the darkness before it consumes Lanka, or even the world? Ancient texts speak of a counter-ritual, a way to sever the eighth head's connection to Ravana's soul. The world needs to know this is happening. We need to understand the past to prevent the future. If we don't act now, it may already be too late. Whether the eighth head is truly awoken, or whether it is just an exaggeration, the question will always remain. Do we want to leave the knowledge in the dark? Or do we seek it out? The fate of this world, much like Lanka in the story of Ramayana, is always in our hands to make or break. The story of the eighth head of Ravana is a fictional interpretation, blending mythology with the mystery of the unknown. Explore the rich history and cultural traditions of Sri Lanka, the epic tale of the Ramayana, and the fascinating world of unexplained phenomena. You can find more information at the links provided on screen. Thank you for watching. It's waiting for you inside the portal of shadows. Let's dive in. Subscribe the channel to get notified for the new uploads.